Hello everyone and welcome. I just got this in the mail yesterday. So what I thought I would do today is actually, this is the print proof copy. So what I need to do is I need to go through, I need to check and make sure everything is correct. I'm going to be comparing this with files on the digital files. I'm also just going to be looking through it to make sure I like the way it looks and everything is good to go. When I do that, I'm going to give our printer the thumbs up, and then printing's going to be done and it's going to be on the ship here pretty soon, and we're going to be fulfilling. So what I thought I would do is kill two birds. Instead of just doing this work by myself, I thought I would film it and share some of the process with you guys so that you can understand what we're doing behind the scenes, because that makes for great content and it saves me a little bit of time so that I can kill two birds with one stone. I'm also trying out a new camera, so if I apologize if it's not the same as usual, I hope that it's better. But thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, so yesterday what I got in the mail was not only the print-proof copy for the Rock of Chickamauga, the base game itself. Remember, this is a standalone game. I also got the spiral-bound rulebook, which looks beautiful. I'm going to have to go into more depth about this and just make sure everything is there. I'll save you guys some of those boring details. I got the dice tower, which I put together today. Pretty awesome. I'm excited. I want to do this for like all of our games now. I got the 6 dice. I'm going to go ahead and open those up and I'm going to take a look and see what I think about these. So what we did with these is that on the one side, we actually put the faces of, here we go, General Thomas, I believe. And we put them in red, black, and white. So pretty cool. So here, I'll try and give you a close-up of that. Hopefully it'll focus. Let's see if I can do it like this. Pretty cool. I'd say that the red and the black turned out really well. I like the white as well. I'm not sure if it's as apparent as the other ones. So there we go. Those are some of the dice. I'm going to try out dice tower works. Awesome. Another thing we got was the bookmark, one of the stretch goals here. Awesome art. It has a great feel. We have the border strips, which are going to be used to mark off and designate different parts of the playing area on the map that you're going to be using. So if you're familiar with our border strips, you know that they're made of really great quality neoprene. They're looking pretty good. We have the CSA, and then we also have Union with different art on the side, so you can designate which side is which. Okay, so those are some of the extras. We have the dice tower, the dice, the rule book, the spiral-bound rule book, and then also the bookmark. Those are looking good from at a first glance. I'm going to take a little bit more of a detailed look after I finish filming this video. But at first glance, everything is looking really good. I'm really excited about the quality of the dice tower, and I think that having the picture on the one side of the dice was a really great idea. Alright, so like I said, I am going through the print-proof copy right now, so it's a little bit of an unboxing. It's a little bit of my first experience and glance with this product. I'm going to go into heavier detail on my own and save you guys some of the boring details, but I do want to go ahead and give you guys kind of my reaction to the print-proof copy. Initially, so unfortunately it got a little damaged in transit coming from China, but this was only one copy that was being shipped over. Our printer did a really good job trying to package it up, but there's only so much you can do. The copies we are going to be using for fulfillment for you guys will be packaged totally differently so that damaging isn't going to happen. My first reaction here is it's extremely heavy, so I'm really excited to see what's inside. Let's see. I mean, this is as heavy as like Old School Tactical Volume 1, if you're familiar with that of ours. Okay, here we go. So in this pouch, we have rulebook, scenario book, player aid cards, which we do have more than usual. We have all of the counters, also wrapped up in plastic to keep them together. They look awesome. I'll have to open them up and actually look. All the cards also wrapped up and protected, dice, and then, oh my gosh, look at all of this. I'm going to show you the amount of maps. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk maps real quickly because that's a quick thing for me to assess. Okay, so far so good. Alright, so just at first glance looking good. I'll go into a little bit more detail in a little bit. Jose did an awesome job with these maps. Oh, this is the one I'm really excited about. So this is the two-sided map. This is the one that really is exciting. Alright, here we go. Okay, well, let's do that side. So there's the north map and the south map, right? So this map that I was just looking at before this one this can fit together with the other one and give you a massive map for those really big scenarios. But and this one also has the turn track on it down here in the corner as usual. But what we have noticed, and like I said before, we noticed that a lot of the fighting was in the center of the map. I think it was maybe my dad's idea. So why not have a map that was just that area, since there's so much fighting that happened in the center of the map? And not to mention, sometimes maps, slightly don't fit together and it can be kind of annoying with the counters. So on the back side of this map is the center map. Oh, sweet. Awesome. Oh, great job. Okay. So we have on one side, we have the turn tracker on this side right here. And then on the other side, we do have the title of the game and then also our logo. So this is going to be awesome. It's going to lay really well and it's going to look really good. A couple things I might bring up to the printer, but I also understand some of these are necessary. Like for example here, this wrapping, you can see on the edge, instead of it being black all the way to the edge, has a little bit of the map from the other side. And that's actually, at first glance, I was like, I don't really like that. But that's going to be necessary because if you see the other side, it's going to need to fit together with the other map. And if it's black wrapped on one side, there's going to end up being a black border on that edge when the two larger maps fit together. So that is necessary and it's going to be there. I don't think it really detracts from the overall aesthetic, but that was just one of the first things that I noticed. So at first glance, maps are looking awesome. Really excited about that. So let's move on to some of the other components here. Man, that's a lot of map. No wonder this box was heavy. Okay, so opening up the rule book. So this is the rule book that you get with the game. Like I said, this was one of our stretch goals for the campaign, was having this spiral bound rule book. So that's nice. You're going to be able to get 2 of these. So a lot of people have asked for 2 rule books anyway. So if you back the Kickstarter, you do get this spiral bound rule book. And then you also get the one that comes standard in the game. I'm going to go through here to make sure there aren't any accidental double pages or anything weird like that. At first glance, it's looking really good. Like I said, I'll spare you guys some of that tedious work that I have to do, but I want to let you know that is part of what I'm going to be doing. Same thing with the scenarios book, which is much thicker, much longer. This is pretty cool. On the back of the scenarios book, we did put in a QR code so that you can shop for some more stuff. This is a ad for Most Fearful Sacrifice, the predecessor to Chickamauga, with some BGG ratings on it and a description. And then we also have a ad page for Pipe Creek with the QR code that takes you right there. I'll be double checking all of this stuff just to make sure. Really, all I need to check with the scenarios is that there aren't any random double pages or anything crazy, like an entire blue page or something random. Herm does such a good job that his detailed work is gonna really shine through in the scenarios, that it's really just my job to make sure there isn't something totally crazy going on and just make sure that everything is actually good. There are also 2 scenario setup guides, which is awesome, a great upgrade. And on the back, you have the orders of battle. I'm gonna have to go through and just double check everything here, but that is one of the advantages to this game, is each player can get one scenario setup guide. Here we have the terrain effects chart, some combat event table, close fight resolution table. Here is our CRT, I do believe, yes. And then we have the player aid card on the back as well, with sequence of play and all of those things. Like I said, Herm is always good about this kind of stuff, but it's my job to also go through and make sure that everything's there. So I've gone through the maps, I've gone through the player aid cards, the command displays, the setup guides, and then now let's go ahead and let's open up the counters. Okay, at first glance, things are looking good. Here are some of the Union counters. And just a reminder, for this game, the Confederates are actually going to be in gray uniforms instead of the butternut that we had for Most Fearful Sacrifice. So all I have to do is go through and make sure that everything is here. We also have 2 more cards here. So we did, on the back of the box, we have, let's go back to the counters here, 4 sheets of counters and 1 sheet of the 5/8 counters. So here we've got 4 sheets of counters, 1 sheet of 5/8 counters. I'm gonna go through and double check and make sure that we have everything that we're supposed to. But that's for you guys, so that you guys can see some of what's coming in. Now let's go ahead and transition to cards. So we have 2 decks of cards here. That's just the way that they're gonna be printed. It's gonna be a total of 99 cards. And these are the cards that are gonna be used to activate different cores, different events, and to also create Fog of War. So I'm gonna go through these, open them up, make sure that everything is looking good. A quick look at all these cards. Nice. March of the South Gun cards, Rock of Chickamauga on the back, obviously, so you don't get them confused with your other Black Swan games. Fog of War cards to be shuffled in. The border around the edges look good, those are important. Show you a couple of cards. Okay, and then we have our 6 dice. We have the 2 black, 2 red, and 2 white. So that was just a quick look at the game and a kind of a quick unboxing for you guys, and then also a quick that was my first look at the game too. So I've already started making some notes to myself of anything that I want to check through. What I'm going to do is also go through the back of the box, which I can do with you right now, just to make sure that everything we said was going to be there is actually there. So is there 1 full color rule book? Yes. Scenario book? Yes. 2 game maps? There are. And 1 is on the back. We have 4 sheets of the 13/16 inch counters, and then 1 of the 5/8. Check, check, check. We have 99 cards. I'll go through that so I don't bore you guys. And then we have the 3 double-sided player aid cards. 1, 2. So actually there are 4, which that was an error that we made on the back of the box, to be honest with you, because there are 4 cards. We have 2 very large ones that are double-sided, and then we also gave you guys the extra scenario setup guide. So that was a little bit of a mistake on our part, but it kind of works out for you guys, doesn't it? And then we have 7 large command displays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, we do. And then we have 6 dice. We have all of that. Awesome. And then when it comes to stretch goals, we have order strips, 4 of them. We have the dice, the special deluxe dice. We have the dice tower. We have the bookmark. And we also have the spiral bound rulebook. So I'm going to get into the nitty-gritty, tedious stuff that I have to do, but I'm not going to bore you guys with it, comparing the digital files with this print proof that's come in. That's going to be done by the end of today, maybe early tomorrow. And then at that point, I will give, like I said, the printer a thumbs up, and then we're going to finish up production, and then we're going to have them on the boat over here really soon to start fulfillment. Thank you guys again for supporting this game and for supporting us in general. We're really excited to be able to fulfill this very soon, and we really appreciate your patience. So thank you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe.